Manchester United just played the biggest game of our season, a game that if we lose or win, it can make or break our entire season. Yeah, no, let's be for real. This game, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really mean anything. Whether we won or whether we lost, we'd still be third. I don't think Aston Villa is going to catch up to us, even if we lost that game. So there are three things that really mattered in this game. First off, it was our last home game of the season. You always want to finish strong the last home game. We make a spectacle of our last home games because we need the coach to talk to us and send a message to the fans and to those watching, to everyone, the staff, the players, everyone that of what's to come next season, right? And so it gives us hope. So that's number one. Number two is obviously the man, the myth himself, Bruno Fernandes. All right, we need him to get his assist record, and in this game, he actually matched it. Now, I will talk about it in a bit, but he could have had more. Bro should have had 25 assists this one game alone, but I digress. And third is about a man who has done so much for this club. In the 4 years he's been at Manchester United, he has shown us the absolute highs and absolute lows. However, he leaves the club, in my eyes, as an absolute legend. For his leadership on and off the pitch, his ability, his transformation from a player who he was at Real Madrid, right, just that defensive player, to become what was necessary and what we needed at the club. He transformed himself for the betterment of the club, and he shined brighter than anyone else. He has a genuine case to be the best defensive midfield player in the Premier League this season. The man, the myth himself, Casemiro. These are the three things that actually matter in today's game. Now, let's get into it. First of all, this game was super entertaining, right? Because, okay, we had less possession. If you look at the possession statistics, we had 48% possession. That really isn't anything. I'm a big fan of possession. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up really watching that Barcelona team. They just need possession. If you have possession, sometimes it's the best form of defense if you can keep possession. So I'm big on possession, but does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? No. We know football's a lot more complicated than that, so it really doesn't matter. I understand that. Look at expected goals. 4.57 expected goals. I mean, this game is a game that we should have had. We should have had like 6 goals this game. We scored 3. We should have had 6. And Bruno, he finally got his 20th assist. He matched the record Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry set in the Premier League. And with the game in hand, first of all, so there is a chance he breaks it, which hopefully he does. But that being said, Brian Mbeumo, bro. Yes, he scored. He scored in the 76th minute. I understand that. But that brother needs to he needs to finish his chances, bro. Because if he finished his chances, if he didn't hit the post, if Dalot didn't hit the post, if Mbeumo didn't sky it, to the south stand or whatever it is, Bruno could be sitting on 23 assists right now. He would have cleared that record, or 22 assists, whatever it is. He would have cleared that record. So it's heartbreaking. It's unfortunate, but that being said, Bruno at least hit it, and I think that further cements his case for being PFA Player of the Season. We had so many shots, 29 shots, so we ran through. I don't think the score does not suggest what the game is. Like, yeah, Nottingham Forest scored very good goals. I can't even lie. However, it does not tell the full story. This scoreline does not tell the full story of the actual game. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? I don't care. We got the win. Bruno got his assist, and Casemiro had a fantastic send-off, and that's all I really care about. All right, let's take a look at the table first, just to see what's going on. So we have a game left in the season. Arsenal are probably going to win the league, but hopefully they choke against Burnley, which I'm not going to choke. But anyway, I digress. Manchester City, hopefully they power through and they keep chasing. We played Brighton in our last game of the season, and it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be away from home. Regardless, win or lose, I mean, just play. Look, it's important to finish the season strong, but just play, players that need some minutes. Just play players that haven't gotten enough game time. Play Tyrell Malacia, play Xerxes, play Mason Mount, play Bruno. you know what? Bruno needs to hit his assist record. I think that takes priority. So make sure you put players that'll actually score some goals. So I take back a little bit of what I said. You have to play Brian and Bomo. You have to play Cunha. Let Bruno just try and get his assist record. Let's try and break this assist record. Because for me, if I'm Michael Carrick and if I'm Bruno and I'm talking to Michael Carrick, I'm telling him, hey, do me a solid. This is my priority. This is my priority. Like, you have to be selfish. And I'm sure everyone in the club knows. I mean, when Bruno had that assist, when Brian scored that goal, all the players went to Bruno and Brian, and they were congratulating Bruno. I mean, everyone knew, everyone was happy for him. Everyone wanted this for him. We had Senna Lamens run all the way from the post just to hug, just to join in. So everyone's happy for him, and everybody wants to score for Bruno. They want to see him break this record, and that's something for me is a joy to watch. It really is, because it really just shows just the group, like Michael Carrick said at the end of the game. It shows the group, the fantastic group we have, the personalities, and the fact that they're happy for each other, and that matters a lot for me. That matters so much. So very, very happy for Bruno that he at least matched it. We can finally rest, and hopefully in the last game he can actually break it. And if he breaks it, he's in the Hall of Fame until someone else. He's in the record books until someone else breaks it. And it's been what, Thierry Henry set that 02-03. It's been over 20 years. No one has broken it. If he breaks it, who knows when else someone else will break it? Maybe never. So hopefully Bruno can break it, and I'll be happy. Now, Casemiro, he's one that this whole season, I mean, he's been amazing. And I think I'm going to bring out a separate video just dedicated to Casemiro alone, because I think that's the least he deserves. But his performances this season, without him, I have no idea where we'd be. I mean, he has been a key role for us, and his role in just stabilizing the team when Garnacho messed up, the way he yells at Garnacho, I mean, he's just a leader. He's a leader, and that's why I was so against selling him, because yes, he might fall off in performances, but what he offers us off the pitch is, for me, worth keeping him. Maybe not at those wages. I think it's like $350 is what he's earning per week, so maybe not at those wages, and I get it. And it's best to leave on a high, I understand that, but what he offers us off the pitch, that leadership, he's won 5 Champions League, he's played with the greatest players in history, the greatest midfield in history, one of the greatest. He played with them, right, in that triangle. He played with Ronaldo, he played with Bale, he played with proper players. This guy has experience, and so what we give up now that he's gone, we cannot replace that.
Items of this football club.
We cannot replace him. We cannot
replace that next season. So it'll be interesting to see who we buy in order to fill in that gap. We cannot look for another Casemiro, and I don't mean in terms of a 30-year-old or a mid 30-year-old or early 30-year-old. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his quality on the ball, the way we play with him in the team. We cannot replace that, because he gives us something unique. We need to find a player that will up our ceiling, up our floor, and make us play better overall. We'll miss that experience that he gives us. We'll miss that leadership, without a doubt. But hopefully we can get someone with a good personality, someone with a strong mentality that can fill in and give us something different and maybe something better. But regardless, the season's over. I'm happy. You're happy. Manchester United went from 15th last season to 3rd this season. What a season it's been. From starting the season thinking, okay, maybe if we get top 10, then I think that'll be good for us, progress. To now being 3rd place, Champions League confirmed. We're back in the Champions League. I mean, what, you couldn't ask for more. And for that, I'm grateful to this club. I'm grateful to the players. And I'm grateful to be a fan. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. That's all I got for you guys. Peace.